Kanye West had $10 million on the line. Well, that's what he had sued Lloyd's of London for because his insurance company was refusing to pay for the losses he incurred when he had to cancel his St. Pablo tour.
Can I do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel so passionate. I feel passionately about it.
Go for it.
So, Kanye, you know, had a mental breakdown in November of 2016. He canceled some of his concerts for the St. Pablo tour, ended up at UCLA Medical Center in the psych ward. He had serious mental problems.
Several days he was there.
I think 8 days.
8 days, yeah.
And he filed a claim with Lloyd's of London, which issued a policy for the tour, because if concerts were canceled because of his health, they were going to pay all of the losses. Well, Lloyd's of London refused to pay because they said they believed that marijuana.
And it was marijuana that
marijuana triggered all
right.
of this. How do they believe marijuana triggered something like this with a mental breakdown that was far more serious than any substance that might have gone into him, because it wasn't? And so he hired a really good law firm, and those lawyers basically threatened Lloyd's of London. Remember, this same thing happened with Heath Ledger.
Right, that they wouldn't pay.
Same thing with Lloyd's of London, they ended up paying. Well, with Kanye, his lawyers basically, the threat is always punitive damages, that you are going to be socked with a huge punitive damages award unless you do the right thing. They finally, I think, scared Lloyd's of London enough to pay up, not the full amount, but substantially what he was owed to avoid all this litigation.
Right. They don't want the litigation.
So
they want it dragged out in court, and it would look really bad for them.
And ultimately, Kanye won this thing. But just the idea that an insurance company would say something like that was triggered by marijuana just shows you what you're up against when you have insurance companies.
Insurance companies.
You know, it's just bad. But good for Kanye, and good
for... It's a victory for Kanye. It's a victory for all of us, really, right?
I believe it is.
If you have $10 million policies with Lloyd's of London.
It's not that. If you have a policy and they're not paying, fight. And if it's the right thing to do.
Hey, it's Nikia Nichelle from Chicago. Definitely on Kanye's side for this one. Lloyd's of London was completely wrong for trying to take him to court and saying he's on drugs. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, good for Kanye.
They don't really
good for his
understand
lawyers,
marijuana.
by the way.